welcome to another lap guide video for ACC. We are in Barcelona this time around. This is an interesting track. I love it because it's got a little bit of everything. You also have to think of several of the corners more of a complex of corners as opposed to just trying to be fast through each on its own. This means you have to sacrifice a little bit of speed in some places to reap the benefits in the exits and onto the straights. I know you won't be setting the world alight with this lap time, but I think it's a time that most folks will be able to achieve, and it will likely get you to a point where you can be competitive, especially if you can be consistent. Hope you guys enjoy the video. With that, let's go on to the lap guide. Alright everyone, welcome to the lap. It's going to be full speed down into turn 1. You really want to use the full width of the track down into the first corner. Your braking point is going to be before the 100 meter marker. You can also use the building on the right side of the road as a marker. You're then going to trail brake into the corner. Through turn 1 and 2, you really want to sacrifice a little bit of speed to set yourself up for T3 as this goes on to a relatively long straight, which provides an overtaking opportunity into the next turn. In turn 3, you will want to maintain a high as possible minimum speed and be off the throttle for the shortest possible time. To do this, you need to point your nose or the nose of the car in the correct direction early and give yourself markers. For example, off the power here and back on the power here until you get the hang of it and can push harder. Power out through the exit. For the next turn, brake when you reach the bridge crossing the track and trail brake into the corner. You'll likely be able to get back on the power before you think you can. This corner is all about balancing the car. Accelerate out and cross over from the left to the right side of the road and use the wall on the left as the brake marker. There is more than one line through this corner. I prefer a little bit of a narrower line. You can trail brake and then get on the power. It's better to be a little bit more reserved here on the exit, as it is very easy to understeer out wide. You'll be full throttle until the curb leading to the next corner, which is also the braking point. It is important here again to set yourself up for the fastest possible run up the hill. The next part of the corner you can cut very aggressively across the next curb and proceed up the hill. For the high speed corner here at the top, you will only need a light brake or lift at the end of the curb, which is also your turn in point. As soon as you feel the car biting and turning into the apex, get back on the power and get a good run down the straight towards the hairpin. You can use the inside curve there to help you rotate the car, but not in all of the cars. For the hairpin, there are a few brake markers. I use the 100 meter marker board to trail brake down in a straight line towards the hairpin and apex a little bit later in the hairpin as opposed to early. As you get a better run out of the corner, the next kink will be a little different in the different cars. Here I have a partial lift to not lose the car over the little rise or the crest. The long right hand is all about maintaining the highest minimum speed, and again it's about setting up a good exit. A good plan here is to basically have a double apex with a slightly higher entry and slightly higher exit speed. Full throttle down this short straight until the sausage curb is visible on the inside of the corner, signals the start of braking. Again, trail brake toward the apex, but be careful with the balance of the car. You don't want to go out too wide here, as it will cost you lap time through the chicane. Get back across to the right side of the road and start braking when you reach the curb. Apex right up against the sausage, but don't hit it, as this will totally ruin the chicane and maybe the race. Here again, it's important to think of the exit more than trying to be fast on the entry. The longest straight follows a chicane, so you can lose a lot of time if you get this wrong. Accelerate out of the last part of the chicane and delay your turn into the kink before the straight, slightly to the end of the curb, as this will allow you to stay on full throttle from before the whole start finish straight. Alright, and that's going to conclude the lap here. Next thing I'm going to let the lap just play. But yeah, feel free to skip to the end if you'd like to see the setup. Alrighty, with that we're going to bring the video to a close. The setup that I used for this will be playing in the background. I only made some very basic tweaks. There's probably more to do to squeeze time out of the track, but I think that's beyond the scope of this video, and I'm by no means a setup expert. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Hope to see you guys on the next one. Cheers.